We're here with Bob Hope in Lou Owen's office at the Tarrant County Convention Center. And how about this scene, Bob?
Isn't this pretty? What's the coverage area?
I hope you're paying if there is one.
Oh, I tell you, it's a beautiful thing, and I love the auditorium. It's so pretty. You're down there rehearsing. It's gorgeous. I played about everything that in this town, like the dockyards and the old auditorium for Eamon Carter. He'd be proud of this, wouldn't he? Hmm?
Yes, he certainly would.
It's very beautiful.
Yes, and what do you think this is? This is some sort of plush stuff here.
I don't know. It feels like Crosby's money. I don't know. Old and good.
Yes. Well, this is really a Texas weekend for you, isn't it?
It certainly is. I had a great thrill yesterday over at Dallas with that theater that they dedicated in my name over there last night, and
Is it the first time you've ever had a theater or any building dedicated to you?
Right. Yeah. Well, no, I have a Bob Hope House in Cincinnati for underprivileged kids, but this thing is this theater thing is something that I think is going to bring a lot of people a lot of happiness and give a lot of boys and girls a great chance to perform the arts, you know, and do nice things. And they had a wonderful show over there this week. It's just marvelous. And theater is equipped, as Kermit Hunter explained it last night to the dinner audience, it is equipped so modernistically, I think that they're really thinking of it for the moon. They may fly it out of there any day now.
Speaking of the moon, Bob, I have to compliment you on the astronaut show. That was just great.
Well, you don't know what a thrill it was, Bobbie, to play with those fellas, you know, Sharon, Isley, and Cunningham. And tomorrow night I'm going to see most of them because I'm doing a show in Houston at the St. Joseph's Hospital benefit again. And we invited all of them to come, and 34 of them are coming tomorrow night. So,
what a thrill.
But those boys are so smart, you know. They're the kind of... I wish Crosby and I had been like that. I think we'd have made the pictures faster. When you give them direction, they do it. But somebody says, how could they be so great? Anybody that flies around the world at 17,000 miles an hour, you know, is pretty courageous. Not going to have stage fright, but they were marvelous. And if we'd put everything in that they had ad-libbed, we'd have done a 2-hour show.
Would any of it been blooped?
No, very little of it. They're great, those guys.
Bob, what do you have lined up for your next TV show?
Well, on Monday night, we're doing a show from Southern California University, and we have a few people like John Wayne and Jim Garner and Barbara McNair and Juliette Prowse and Vic Damone and Fess Parker and Robert Stack. And
had a lot of trouble getting people to come on the show,
Yeah,
huh?
but no, it's just great. And we got O.J. Simpson, you know, this great All-American. He's, in fact, our sketch is going to be around that because, you know, his nickname is Orange Juice Simpson. And there's a new recruit, P.J. Hope. That's Prune Juice Hope. And we have a sketch that I think is going to knock him out. We get the coach, of course, John McKay, so a lot of college kids will enjoy seeing them anyway.
Has the musician strike hurt you at all, Bob?
It has, yes. We can't broadcast any music, so Les Brown just has to play for the stage show. And Barbara McNair has to lip-sync the record, and Juliette Prowse the same thing, you know.
How long is this thing going to go on?
I don't know, but I just wish they'd stop right now because it does throw a little handicap in there. We lost Glenn Campbell and Sergio Mendez on account of because they both belong to the union.
What is the basis of the thing anyway? Is it just more money, or is there more to it than that?
Well, no, I think they need more money. I think that in New York, so many shows have left New York and have gone out to the West Coast that there's a lot of musicians sitting around New York that aren't doing anything, and they naturally want a better deal. You know, they want some kind of pension plan. I haven't actually studied it, but I started on the East Coast, and most of the West Coast boys were surprised when it happened.
Then you'll have the Vietnam show coming up. When do you leave now? December
14th.
And you've got a few names on that, too.
A show that's unbelievable.
You know, I had the Gold Diggers on my TV show Friday.
Did you really?
Cutest group of girls I've ever
Aren't
seen.
they something, though?
Darling girls.
Well, you know, I never thought I'd have a chance to take them, but I played at the Shrine Convention in Wichita, Kansas, about 2 or 3 months ago, and they were on the bill. And all they said was, can we go to Vietnam with you? And I said, no, it's a little too much. We have Ann Margaret, Linda Bennett, and the Honey Limited and Miss World. And so when we got back to Burbank, we met them again in the hallway, and they all jumped on me and said, what about Vietnam? We got to go. And I said, well, I'll call the Pentagon. And I called the Pentagon, and the fellow said, Colonel Beasley said, well, you got so much, and your format is so surefire. But I said, just think of these 12 girls walking into a hospital, you know, how they delight some of those kids in the hospital. And that's what won the whole thing. And he called me back. He said, the general likes that, and we're going to put on extra transportation. So we'll have 19 beautiful gals over there. I can't wait to see introduce those gold diggers and watch the audience. You know, in some of those spots with those 12 beautiful gals come in, they'll have dancing eyeballs all over the place. I want to tell you, it'll be something.
But you know, Bob, I'll be just as happy to see you. They're going to love the girls, but they have a pretty soft spot for you, too.
Well,
Don't underestimate yourself.
I've been around a long, long time, and that's nice. That feeling is nice. And still, you know, they like to look at that and see.
You know, Bob, this brings up another thing, and that is that some performers, you know, are in the business for a while, and they're just the biggest names, and then they can't keep up. How have you always been able? You have every generation that comes along, the 5-year-olds even.
Well, I think, you know, Bobbie, I think the movies have a lot to do with that. I really do. Now, for instance, kids will watch television. They're victims of the late show and the early show and the intermediate show. No matter what they're watching, sometime or other they see me during the day on some kind of a picture, you know? And the picture will start in the morning, and the next time, you know, say, hey, you're on at 5 o'clock. Hey, I saw you the other night at 7 o'clock. Hey, and the kids get to know you. Now, I'm sure that there are kids that would never know us if they hadn't seen, for instance, Ellie, we had a road picture weekend on Columbia there. Well, there's 3 road pictures, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And on Monday, kids would walk up to me and say, oh, yeah, you know, now they know you. I think that's what helps an audience. I think it gets an audience for you, you know?
Bob, thanks for talking to me
Right,
today.
Bob, it's great to see you.
It is. We look forward to it every time with just as much enthusiasm as the first time.
Thank you, darling.
And good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
And this is Bobbie Wygant with Bob Hope at the Tarrant County Convention Center. Until next time, then. Bye-bye.